my phone! Hold on 1 second.
What's wrong with your phone?
I gotta get it going.
Get what going? Blake.
Yeah, but
Blake, what'd you get for Christmas?
what did I get for Christmas?
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got a new fucking pair of Doc Martens. I got a new camera. And, most importantly, I got a little ball of sticky poop that I can throw at things. What'd you get for Christmas?
I got sick.
You got sick?
I got sick for Christmas.
Oh my god, are you like... Is that why you were like...
all my family...
All your tummy was all bad in the
That's
bathroom?
why my tummy was bad earlier and why we're recording so late. All my family was... They were all sick before Christmas, and I was like, nah, I'm going to be super healthy all the time. And then I woke up Christmas morning, and Santa brought me sickness, and now I sound like this.
Well, that's like his... Coal is like pollutant, so he's just like, I'll just fucking make people sick now.
Oh, fuck.
He has that much power. It's kind of scary.
That's
actually.
pretty blessed up of Santa Claus. Hold on, let me go blow my nose.
Hey, AJ, you're bleeding out of your nose, buddy.
It's fine, it'll go away. I sound a lot better now, though. I feel a lot better now. I am going to get blood everywhere, though.
Oh, okay. Well, you know. I was hoping you'd scream like off mic, but then that would have been funnier.
That would be horrible for the audio. Plus, I'm tough.
You're tough?
I'm too tough to...
Tell me how you are tough, big man.
I'm so tough. My nose is bleeding all over the place right now, and I'm not screaming.
Yeah, it's great because you're getting it all over the fucking equipment.
So just so that I understand, I'm going to leave that bit for a second. Your phone's dead, and we're about to record a podcast where you need your phone for the submissions that our audience gives us every week, right?
Yes.
You brought me in a dead phone.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I
plugged it in right as we started, like press the record button, but now it's dead. I plugged it in, so now I'm here. You have Haruko from Fully Cooley as
I was about to say, is that anime titty as your background?
It's not anime titty. This is wholesome. I mean, you can see her
It's
leg.
anime thigh.
It's anime.
It's a lot of anime thigh.
She's got a base and everything. She's fucking beautiful. Are you kidding me?
She's cute.
She's got pink hair and hundreds of years old, I think.
Okay, I'm going to assume that your phone is charged enough right now. So can I start the episode now?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor.
Wait.
I sniped that shit from AJ.
No, I'm starting the episode. I get to edit.
No,
Watch this.
Hey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor, a video game design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games, Inc. I am your host, AJ Hart.
I feel fucking cheated because you got to leave for 2 weeks to go to Aruba, and I was stuck here editing a 40 fucking minute recording of sex.
Uh-huh. What was that for, Blake?
Believe it or not, sex with AJ, a lot of dead silence. That needs to be cut out. Hey, everybody, welcome back.
Don't take that out of context. I fuck. Sex with me is loud and rowdy and great.
Hey, AJ.
The only time there's silence is for intimacy.
All you can hear is little butterfly kisses and shit like AJ, you know what they said about the kid that had to say he was cool? He's not very cool now, is he? Do we see how this applies to your situation?
What kid are you talking about?
Like any kid that says, hey, I'm actually really cool. You guys just don't know it yet. That kind of kid.
You mean like Fonzie? Because Fonzie was cool, and he said he was cool, and he was cool.
Is that the guy that
you
hit
know
the
Fonzie?
Oh, is this the guy who did or is this the guy that absurdly jumped 2 sharks? Or jumped a shark?
No, the guy that jumped the shark, I think, was in Full House. I don't think he was I don't think that was.
No, it was Fonzie, you dumbass.
It was Fonzie?
It was Fonzie.
The guy that goes,
Yeah, and also hits the jukebox. Yes, it's that guy.
I think he has another iconic line, and it's something like, up your nose with a rubber hose.
I do not know anything about the Fonz other than that he hits a jukebox with his hip and it turns on. And he wears a cool like police jacket. That's all I know.
He also has a really good quote. Could you hit me with it really quick?
Hey, people from 40 years from now that are watching my stuff still think I'm cool?
It is weird that he had
he's not cool.
It was really weird that he had so many lines that directly referenced the idea of it being watched in 40 years.
Actually, no. There was a really good line that's actually kind of stuck with me when I watched the original series.
Which was, of course...
Any AJ that says he fucks doesn't really fuck. It was really weird because there was nothing. They weren't talking about that in the scene at all. But he just said it, you know? It was really cool. It felt really, like, direct, I think. But yeah,
I'm just now realizing that I might have been named after that iconic scene.
What? Really?
I might have been named after the iconic scene where Fonzie said, "Hey, anybody named AJ 40 years from now doesn't fuck."
See, that sucks because your parents were deeming you unfuckable before you were even born.
Damn it!
Your parents had it out for you, dude. Hey guys, welcome back. We know we took a little week off. It was kind of weird for us. Definitely
not for me. It was pretty great for me.
It was weird for me. We've been doing this every week. Like we've released every Tuesday since we've started. So actually taking a week off was kind of bizarre. But if you guys are interested, we actually put out some fun little content in the meantime. We actually put out another big episode of Sex where AJ and I are playing VR. And
don't worry, all the awkward silences were edited out. Intimate pauses were edited out.
And the only thing I'll say is that a Burger King crown was definitely won that day by one of us.
By one of us.
All right, AJ, you got a submission for me to bring us back? Or actually, this is the final episode of
the
year.
What? It's been a week off, and
okay.
I'm worried that people maybe forgot what it is that we do here.
Oh shit, you're right.
So on this podcast...
Oh shit, I'm rusty.
You're rusty. Took a week off, and now you're like an amateur hour up in here. What we do on this podcast is we take video game submissions from Reddit. Sometimes. Mostly from Twitter these days.
What do you mean? We always take them. We take them every week from Reddit.
You're a lot better about that than I am.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this. You mainly take submissions from Twitter, and I mainly take submissions from Reddit. So if you guys want to target your ads...
But if I don't do it, then the work ceases to exist in my tiny, smooth brain.
That's the second time you've said that phrase today. Are you liking the phrase smooth brain?
The term smooth brain and wrinkly brain is like...
That's a good insult. I like that.
Well, wrinkly brain is a compliment.
No.
Like, you have a really wrinkly brain. That thing looks
shit.
like 18 raisins just in a big, nasty mess.
This reminds me of like when ghouls call people smooth skins. It's like their insult.
Smooth brain. Smooth brain.
Yeah, we take your lovely submissions from Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube, and email.
YouTube isn't official channels.
Hey, fuck you. People took their time.
And we take those video game submissions and turn them into the next AAA best-selling title.
Yeah, dude. Hey, how did you guys like... Hey, having Lily on last week was a lot of fucking fun, wasn't it?
I like the first one where we ask the audience and they have to tell it audibly. So let's go ahead and ask them and they'll answer to us. Hey, everybody, what did you think of the episode last time that we had a guest episode with Lily Blue?
Wow, I can hear them shouting.
Yeah.
Are they shouting?
They are shouting.
Oh, man.
Mostly compliments. A lot of compliments.
Rafael Contreras, you're just coming at it. Yeah, I like your jive, man.
I agree. Blake and I's voices did sound extra charming and cool. Uh-huh.
AJ fucks. Wow, that's the first time he's gotten that note. Wow.
Thank you so much. You're right. I'm glad that came through my podcast last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
AJ, you
ready for a video game submission?
I am most definitely ready. Are you kicking off? This is our last episode of the new year, so it's got to be really good.
Oh, shit. Last episode of the year. Whoa, this might be somebody's last thing they listen to for the year, huh?
If you start this episode at exactly 11:59, you'll get right to the dick joke at the end of the episode.
This could also be the first podcast somebody listened to in the year 2020.
Okay. AJ, what would you... Because, you and I... For all those lovely listeners, a lot of your guys' first impression was me putting AJ on blast for taking a shit before our podcast.
That was the very first joke, air quotes joke, ever stated on this podcast.
So what's going to start 2020 off, AJ?
I'll tell you what, we'll do a countdown right now.
Okay.
And the next sentence I say will be, I think it's going to set the tone for 2020.
Are you giving yourself a countdown because you don't know what to fucking say?
Yes,
that
is correct.
10, 9,
wait,
8,
you give me
7,
a countdown from
6,
15 with 5, a reasonable...
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. AJ, you can't cut this empty space.
I'm cutting the empty space out.
Just go with the standard that AJ fucks. Like it's sensual, lots of dead silence. I think that's a good 2020 joke.
It's 2020 now. Right now, it is now 2020. And I want everybody to remember, this is the year that we do it bigger, we do it stinkier, and we do it jigglier.
It's now physics-based, if you don't mind. It's all...
Bigger, stinkier, jigglier. That's what 2020 is all about.
All right, I'm going to kick us off then. So,
all right, is this video game going to be bigger, stinkier, and jigglier?
Oh, yes. I can hands down guarantee it. This comes to us on Reddit from user X-Ray950. A game where this is the only clothing option, and it's that line of clothing that says virginity rocks and practice safe sex on it. You want it bigger, you want it jigglier, and what's more jigglier than virginity? All right, so just giving...
I'm thinking, and this is...
I think we should be part... You know like those games where you're just like delivery games?
Yeah.
So what if you're like the person like their mascot? What is Virginity Rock's mascot? What is it a condom? Are
you asking me what a virgin looks like?
Because I'm looking at one right now. Oh, beat his ass to it. You were going to say it, weren't you?
I was going to tell you to look into a mirror. You did beat me to my joke.
Suck it, AJ. But like, okay, so I think the main character should be the Virginity Rocks brand mascot. Weird story about this, actually, if you don't mind me diverging for a second.
I don't think I get a vote.
Yeah, I guess because I can just do it, huh? I like to pretend that I give a shit. You know what I mean?
I'm well aware.
Outside of my work, actually, for some fucking reason, the Virginity Rocks bus was there.
What?
It was just parked in my work's front parking lot.
So did you see the mascot?
No, I didn't see the mascot, but you know what was written on the side? On the side of the bus, and past the Virginity Rocks thing, in big like cursive letters, it says, "To all the fuckers who told me I couldn't do this, suck my dick."
That's a lot to put on in cursive on the side of a semi truck.
It was like the bus, like, what? Who hurt you, man? But kudos, Virginity Rocks. It's a fun. I know many of our friends who would wear that T-shirt.
It's a good T-shirt. I would probably wear that T-shirt.
Dude, we should get Virginity Rock T-shirts.
We should. What is the game here, Blake?
Okay, you're playing the mascot, and I think it's like one of those delivery things. So you are the mascot trying to enlighten all of those. AJ, it's a timed game. And you know how? It's like you.
It's like Crazy Taxi.
Instead of spider senses, you have virginity senses, right? You're in this town of Virginia.
Okay.
And you have a sense about when people are about to lose their virginity, so you need to run to the other side of town and stop this virginity from happening. So you need to kick down a fucking door, and each, because people like to lose their virginity in the weirdest of fucking places, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a car on the top of the roof. That means you need to like steal a car, Grand Theft Auto style, as a giant condom.
I'm sorry, wait. The scene that you've just set up is that somebody has put a car on top of a roof.
On cliff.
And you said roof. You said
okay,
car
I'm committing
on a roof.
to that. I'm committing to that.
Okay, so somebody parked their car on a roof, and this is where they will get their first deed done.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that how you lost your virginity? It's so common in Virginity, Virginia. It's the #1 place where kids lose their virginity. Are you kidding me?
Cars on roofs.
Cars on roofs. They do it bigger and better. And what was your other thing out
Bigger,
there?
stinkier, jigglier.
Yeah, they do that. That's virginity. It's Virginity, Virginia's phrase. You know.
So your goal is to just.
It's timed. So
it's timed. You see an alarm go off and an arrow points over your head. And it's like someone over there is about to lose their virginity. And you have to kick in the door.
And shoot them with a T-shirt cannon that has Virginity Rocks T-shirts in it.
And you also have to yell like something that would really get people to stop.
Cover your shame!
Cover your shame! Jesus is watching!
You shoot them with a T-shirt. They get like the force sends them out of a window. All right, AJ, I think that was fun. You have a game for me?
The only valid form of sex education is abstinence. And then you shoot them like 4 more times with the gun.
Oh my god! Stop!
Don't ever try to fuck.
But each shirt has an individual word on it. Like, you know what that reminds me of?
It's a bunch of layers of clothing. So the shirt, the hat says don't. The jacket says ever. The t-shirt says try to. And then it's a pair of pants that on the fly says to fuck.
I could picture you taking everything off, but having the shorts that just say to fuck on it. Imagine handing those down. I'm gonna give my jacket to my kid one day. You're gonna hand off your to fuck shorts to somebody someday.
Son, these pants helped me a lot.
These pants helped me meet your mother. I want to give them to you because it means a great deal to me.
These are my lucky shorts.
What does a to fuck shorts look like? I want to say it has flamingos on it.
They look exactly like what what the listener is imagining now.
That's a bullshit cop out.
That's what they look like.
That's a bullshit cop out. You got to give some descriptions.
You're right. It's a cop out because I don't have any funny directions to push this.
I either say it's
I got it. You said flamingos. It's flamingos on the inside, and their neck wraps around the thigh, so that their head is on the outside of your hip bones, and then the back pockets are each tiger faces, and then the big belt buckle in the front is super gaudy, and it just says to fuck, and they are jorts. Those are my lucky shorts that got me through college that I will be handing down to my son. Daughter.
They're all faded. Just the flamingos turned white for some reason because the pink just all left. And after a while, instead the F on to fuck faded away, so it just says to uck.
To uck.
Hey, should we make that as merch?
I got another video game suggestion.
Please tell me about it. Kicking off the new year with good energy.
This submission comes from Iterate Onwards at Iterate Onwards. Iterate said, "My partner just had the best video game idea ever. Pre-K shock. BioShock, but you're a pre-K child. Adam is candy. Splicers are kids who've had too much candy and are throwing tantrums. You have to make them take naps to calm down."
Okay, so is it BioShock 1 or BioShock 2? Because those are very different.
Are you good? It started as a burp, and I thought you were about to just vomit all over the microphone.
I had Del Taco. I got those $1 burritos, but they lie to you because they say, yeah, it's a $1 burrito. You think you're getting a whole fucking burrito? No, it's just 2 bites of a little pocket thingy. Is bad. It was very liquidy.
What I really like about this podcast is sometimes, no matter how much I might try to hey, let's make sure we eat lunch an hour before we record so that we aren't burpy.
Yeah, no.
No matter what happens, this podcast is almost equal parts comedy game design and equal parts
bodily
gastrointestinal adventure through what nasty things Blake and I have put into our bodies and are forcing our audience to listen to us digest.
Nobody's called us out on it yet, so I think it's okay.
I'm calling us out on it.
Well, you think that's going to stop us?
It won't stop you.
No. Because I know you could just edit it out because you're such a good editor for the show. Except when,
Except when I leave it in.
Yeah. Because it's funny.
So pre-K shock. Okay. I think it's more like BioShock 1.
Okay, so you aren't a daddy, basically. Because you're the big daddy, right?
No, you're just a normal kindergartner.
Okay, so you're a normal kindergartner? You know what this fucking reminds me of?
What?
Kindergarten. Remember that game?
No.
Kindergarten, the game. It's where you're playing the kid that goes around and you're just kind of finding all of the different endings for one day of kindergarten. There's the guy that's the guy who's me nuggets, that whole fucking game. Wow, AJ, you need
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so just the basic element is it's an RPG where you're wandering around talking to very different people, but it's a really fucked up world. Okay. So what I'm thinking is because I love the BioShock games, this is happening the night of of Rapture's fall.
Okay.
So it's Christmas season, and then everything is all, so you're just wandering around as a kid trying to figure out how the fuck to deal with this. So this world is falling apart around you.
So do we have real splicers, or are the splicers just kids throwing tantrums?
I think it. Yeah, I can really hear the.
Sorry, I'm sick. I told you.
Why are you recording while we're sick?
Because if I don't record now, I don't get an episode out before.
This is a disservice to those listening. Do you think they want to listen to gross mouth sounds? Welcome back, everybody. So you're dealing with kid splicers. Actually, it'd be kind of cool. What if like this whole game takes place within one daycare center in Rapture?
I was going to say like we could just take like the BioShock Infinite approach where like nothing about it is tied to actually being a BioShock game other than the mechanics, and those mechanics are candy gives you superpowers
and dual-handed
combat. And like some sort of propaganda thing. We'll get into the propaganda later if we come.
No, we got to get the propaganda. What is a kindergartner worried that is being propaganda? Wiping oneself? See, I don't know what a kindergartner gives a shit about. You know what I mean?
Like all the like signs in the whole school are like stay in line, raise your hand to talk, but it's like really oppressive artwork.
Oh, Jesus. So I kind of like that, but what's the game?
Don't run in the hall.
So what's the game? Is it just a babysitter simulator? Where you're just like the kid? Or it could be that you're a splicer, and you know what? I like the idea of it being a splicer. You know why? Because this you have to balance modifying yourself to be a better babysitter, but if you modify yourself too much...
You're not a babysitter, you're a kindergartner kid.
Okay, so...
You're a normal student.
Okay.
Although, the idea that you are a student that has decided to take a little bit of the candy and, got a little bit of superpowers, and now you're just jonesing.
Okay, how about this? So, this is on the fall of Rapture, and the whole thing is about keeping all these kindergartners in line, right?
Okay.
One kindergartner is not powerful enough to manage all these kids, so they got to take a little bit of candy at them to level themselves up or edge themselves off. But if you do it too much, you start killing kids on accident.
So in Rapture, they took one kindergartner, and they said, "I'm going to juice this one kindergartner."
I know. I think it's a kid that juices
making
themselves.
them the strongest kindergartner. And they will be in charge of watching the rest of the kindergartners.
We can make them better. How old is kindergarten? 6 years old, right? We can make the 6-year-old child better.
The idea is that if you make one kindergartner the strongest kindergartner...
Can you say kindergartner 3 times fast?
Kindergartner.
Kindergartner?
Smooth brain.
That was a good callback. I like that. That was very clever.
Thanks for referencing that it was a callback. I was worried that we might have lost the audience, but you clarified that for us. Thank you so much.
I'm all about handhold, making it a nice, smooth experience for everybody. Smooth. Just like a BioShock game. It's nice and smooth, and it holds people's hands.
Because if you make one kindergartner strongest, they will naturally create a pecking order, in which case they will obey the strongest kid.
So it's just like, wait, is it just a bunch of kindergartners in loose in Rapture? It's an open world world RPG.
One kindergartner loose in Rapture demanding all other kindergartners listen and obey to him while he builds a tiny 4-foot-tall empire.
A 4-foot-tall empire in a much bigger city. The opening thing is like, I'm a 4-year-old in a new big city, and I'm gonna conquer everything.
I love the idea of it having some like really ridiculous speech in the intro, like, you know,
no gods, no gods, no monsters, only man, or whatever. No gods, no masters. It's like no adults, no masters, only child.
Something, true nature of chaos is in youth, blah, blah.
That's it. That's just it on a plaque. Because that's what a 4-year-old would say. It's like blah, blah, adult stuff. Give me candy.
Do you have another game submission?
I do. I have many. You guys came in so much. Like we have like a backlog of like 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, thank you all so much. I'm so glad that our audience did not take the time off like we did.
All right, this one comes to us on Reddit again from user Green Transplant. A game like Skyrim, but with vaping instead of shouts. AJ, really quickly, what is your favorite shout in Skyrim? Because if it's Fusru Da, you're going to emphasize that Da a lot, but it's like really smoky. Fusru Da. And just now imagine like a bunch of pink smoke around me.
Whoa.
Dude, what the dragons are going to look like? They're just going
They're
to...
gonna look so goddamn cool.
They're just
They're
going to be
have
clouds.
like they're all gonna have shitty hats. They're all gonna have like a bunch of them are gonna have gauges.
AJ,
Some of them are gonna have just neck beards and no actual beard on the dragon face itself.
Their tail is like, you know, like when a dragon battle's about to happen, like the music kicks up. It's just vaporwave and shit. Synthesizers and shit. All right, AJ.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We're gonna do our best vape sucks ins. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Fusruda. Damn, dude, you see that vape trick you just did? You just like built a space helmet out of vape around your head. I don't know how it didn't go inside.
Hey Blake, quick, make another sweet Skyrim reference that isn't Fusro Da.
I've never played Skyrim.
You've never played Skyrim?
No, I've never played Skyrim. I actually...
Bro, they've released it on 18 different game systems.
You know, I was thinking about it the other day. I just picked myself up like a Kindle, Amazon Fire, and it has Alexa on it. I think the first time I'll play Skyrim, it's going to be the Alexa version. Just to be like, anytime anybody asks...
Alexa one that was from the Saturday Night Live comedy skit?
No, it's an actual thing. You can play it if you want it.
No, that was a skit, right?
No, that's a real thing.
You're shitting me.
Yeah, man. At least I fucking hope so. I'm very sure it is, though. We're going to take a break for a second just to confirm
We have to fact check this. There's an actual Amazon listing price for this. Skyrim Very Special Edition. Free to enable. There's actually a thing here. AJ, are you fucking me?
AJ, you want to play Skyrim Alexa with me later?
This is a real ass thing?
This is a real ass thing,
Damn
dude.
it.
So the first time I'm going to play...
Todd Howard, you aped our flavor.
So, ask me that question again a couple
You haven't
years
played
from now.
Skyrim, Blake? They have it on every system.
No, I meant like ask me that question a couple years from now, and I'll have better Skyrim references for you. Give me a game. Oh.
Do you think that you can make Alexa read the Lusty Argonian Maid?
I was just about to bring that up. What if it's Lusty
You and I were both about to ask about the Lusty Argonian
Yeah.
Maid. We had Skyrim on the brain for 8 minutes.
AJ, you know what would make Lusty Argonian Maid so much fucking hotter?
If it was read to you in a really, really choppy robot voice.
No, if it was read to me, but she was sucking a fat vape. You know what I mean? Like just in the middle of like, and then the Lusty Argonian Maid did.
Hey, have you ever been around somebody that does a vape? Because your hand motion right now is the hand motion that one would make if they were imitating somebody smoking a joint.
Well, I mean,
of
like
weed.
You hold it the fucking same.
No, you don't.
The only time I've ever
a vape is like a whole ass like rig, like it's like a tiny lightsaber in a square.
The only time I've ever seen a vape is when we were at that concert where literally everybody in the audience was fucking vaping, and just like all of the smoke, all the lights from the stage were causing rays of light through all the vape fucking.
Was that the Mystery Skulls concert?
It was the Mystery Skulls concert. Actually, no, I think it was Proto Men. Like, because there was that electronic artist that opening for them. Makeup and Vanity Set was playing.
Yes, Makeup and Vanity Set. Everybody was vaping.
Literally, everyone was fucking vaping. Nothing against those who vape. I'm just thinking vape attracts a very specific kind of crowd.
Yeah, it was really funny watching so many people vape in one controlled environment, knowing that felt like a closed building that did not have windows, so you should not have been vaping.
Hey, have you ever smelt cookie and strawberry and bubblegum all in one sniff? That was that experience.
It was pretty dope, actually.
I could see some good electronic music. All right, you have a game for me?
Let me dig around here. Let me see. Maybe.
Do you want me to give you a game idea?
No.
Oh, well.
I have it. I was just.
I love those off mic screams. Like it's just like
That wasn't like a scream though. That like sounded like
Okay,
you're getting karate chopped in the throat.
okay, AJ, tell me something else then.
No.
See, that's funny, right? Just the face signals you're giving me right now are just so pleasant.
I'll tell you this much.
Okay.
50% of the people that create this podcast thought it was hilarious. The other 50% only have 2 letters in their name.
Hey, AJ, how about this? We do a poll on Twitter. Do you like AJ when Blake screams into the mic on the podcast?
I got a video game submission here from Michael Murder Snake Panku
That's a great name.
at MJ Pank. An open world action RPG where you play as a director assembling a cast and crew to create the next smash hit film.
Okay, so this is it just like our YouTube lives? Just
No.
us trying to figure out how to do shit with no money.
This would be an action adventure RPG. Or, I'm sorry, an action RPG where, like, the process is actually building up who's going to be in your party.
So is this like a fantasy football style game, but you're just trying to figure out like all the hit members of the film community?
Yes. Except not really fantasy football because it's not a football thing.
Well, I mean, like, but the similar where you draft people.
Yes. And so, like, there would be, like, you'd play the game, and rather than, like Dragon's Quest has, like, 9 heroes or whatever that you can get.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't played it. But, like,
Please tell us how it works then.
but there's, like, a full-ass roster of the characters that you can get, right?
Yeah.
This game would have 4 times that.
Okay.
Except there will be 9 actresses,
Uh-huh.
but you're only allowed to take 2.
Okay.
There will be 18 cinematographers.
Uh-huh.
You can only take 1.
But I don't know what the game is and how is it fun? Because I think you can do a thing where what if you actually had to physically let's say this. So are you, because the people that usually hire actors and actresses is a casting producer. So say you're playing a casting producer that has to manually go around the town and find the people that they want to interview or find the people that they want in the movie. So you're actually just playing, it could be a time game. It could be something. Because I'm trying to.
It feels like you're running around and like meeting people.
Yeah,
it
because
feels
I'm
like
trying
a lot of fetch quests for people.
Yeah,
huh?
and I'm trying to figure out how can you make that fun? And maybe it's just because I'm too in on it to where like
you're
I don't
too plugged in. You're not willing to get lost in the fantasy with me.
I don't know.
That's fine. We'll do your fun game.
No,
next.
no. How about this? How about this? You fucking rank it on me. How about you pitch me a better way to do this game, you piece of shit?
I'll just put you a different video.
No,
game.
pitch me. No, if you want to fucking no. Tell me how does this actor and actress game work, my friend? You, as a seasoned director, master of the trade, how would you do this fucking game?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, tell me about it. Oh no, he threw an in there. That's a bad sign.
So I think that like when you pick out the people, like I think that like there's a regular amount of time that will be sort of like drafting. Like you'll go through like a couple weeks of time and then you'll re-choose what players or characters you want on your team.
Uh-huh.
But I think that once you have characters selected to be part of your cast and crew, those cast and crew all have their own unique AIs.
Okay.
And this game kind of plays out in its own like 3D space.
So whoever you
maybe
cast...
like a la, I think Hitman's like an easy go-to. Like they'll all run around the set and do a job that like they said they were going to do in their description. But if you picked a cinematographer that's really, really fast at like getting the camera set up, but you picked a really, really slow electrician and lighting person, then they're always going to be at odds with each other. And that's going to hurt your team. And then when like this show and that whole thing runs its cycle and you get bad amount of points, you'll know, okay, I need to swap out my cinematographer for somebody that's going to be at the same speed as my other person. It'll be a lot of like trial and error and then watching the NPCs run a path and do it.
Okay, I can see that where you kind of have to like read their resumes and you kind of have to figure it out and see how it'll work.
Yes.
And they could run around. Okay, I can take that. I don't know if it's fun.
I don't know if it'd be fun either. I feel like it'd be like very meticulous and like it would have like an audience around it online that was like trying to min-max every level and every run.
I think
but
there's
I don't
definitely
know what the game is.
I think there's definitely people out there that love those simulator-esque games. But like,
yeah, this would fall under the same kind of people that like the trucking simulator or the airplane simulator.
yeah, but those like have like those things have like a designated. They have a reward that you have like a feedback thing of like, oh, you planted all your shit really really well during Farming Simulator. You got a shit ton of crops, and now you have enough money to get you through next year. That kind of thing. But what is this like? You have to keep fighting your way to the next movie.
Yes.
Oh my god! And you know what it does at the end of it? It plays you a trailer based off of what it is. So if like your actor,
depending on how good you did,
no, it'll show you. It'll play the frames, but like if your actor is not in the right position where they need to be, or your grip or your lighting wasn't right, you'll just see them walking through shots. You'll have the boom in the shot or some bullshit. All right, so I got another game for you. All right, everybody, this one comes to us from the wonderful Rafael Contreras via email. This, hey Jay,
what's up?
You know what we just got put in charge of?
What are we just getting put in charge of?
Cats 2019 MMORPG. AJ, I want to play the roach with a face on it. Did you see that bullshit? Did you see that most... I died a little bit there.
I watched you. It was really horrific to watch. I thought you were about to cough up a hairball.
If you see both of us right now, AJ's bleeding from his face and I'm vomiting everywhere.
This sucks. This is a horrible mental image.
No, but
not as bad as Cats the Musical,
not as
though.
bad as fucking Cats the Musical. I want to go see it so fucking bad.
I don't, and I'm going to have to see it.
Okay, but you know what? This brings up a really fun point, though. Let's make a really fun game with a really bad design. So what I'm thinking is,
how would you make a Cats the Musical a fun game? You
remember? Please forgive me for forgetting the name, but there was an MMORPG a while back where it was all about fighting, and there were different fighting styles. I think it was called Artificer or something like that. Absolver. Thank you.
You're talking about the punchy game where it had a mechanic in it where like if I knew spin kick, and you did not know spin kick,
you could teach it to me.
Yeah, I could teach it to you if I spin kicked you in the head like 100 times, and then your character would be like, oh, I know a spin kick.
So how about this? It's a world. It's the worlds of Cats, where everything knows how to dance, but everything in this world functions off of dancing. All of commerce, all of fighting, all of your job is dancing. So you can go up like that.
Blake, we ate an hour before we started recording specifically so that you would not be a burpy boy
on our
podcast. And every time you've had a burp, I've watched you lurch forward and be like, I'm going to get this one in the mic again.
I legitimately
Also, why do your burps sound like that? Why do your burps sound like you're like about to Ralph? Like when I burp, a normal human burp, I go, burp. You're like, uh-oh, here comes a burp. Good burp on me. I got to keep all of my tummy juice inside of my belly. You know that's not what burping's supposed to look or sound like, right?
I don't know. Maybe I had like a lot of liquids or some shit. I don't know.
I'm concerned you were never burped as a baby.
No, I'm just 70% water, dude.
What does that have anything to do with it?
I don't have gas in me. I have liquid. I'm a little water balloon.
Next time we podcast, if you ever get me in here again.
Oh yeah, no, we have too many fans for you to be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
We're gonna eat lunch before we podcast again, and then for the next hour and a half, I'm gonna give us an extra half hour, and I'm gonna sit on the beanbag chair. And I'm going to throw you over my shoulder and I'm going to tap your back for the whole hour. I was literally just about to ask,
can you put me on the street sack and like pat my back?
I'm going to burp you like a little baby so that you don't be a burpy boy on our podcast. People pay us money for this shit.
I just picture you like, little baby bitch, don't you little burpy bitch. Sing me a bitch lullaby, please.
Oh, little bitch. Da, 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 da. Why do you burp like that, Blake?
I don't know. Let's get back.
I came off really mean, but like there's a part of me that also is just curious as your friend.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. It's just like it's like the back of my throat, and it's like a little burp that just has a little bit of liquid. I don't know. I don't know.
Why is it like that?
Okay, so
What were we talking about?
yeah, Cat's MMORPG. So we're gonna do a game. So we're gonna do a game where everything is dancing related.
Yes, I'm really into this idea of like a PvE MMO.
Where you have to dance. Everything is like
Yeah,
dancing
you
related.
dance to get rid of the enemies. I don't know what the cats face in the cats games or the cats
They're
music.
just human faces. Everything has a human face, and it's fucking disturbing.
Okay, here's everything that I know about the Cats musical was contained in one Twitter video that I saw where the lady that plays Fat Amy from Pitch Perfect, who is now a cat.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, I forgot her name.
I like her voice actually.
She's incredible, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew her name. Rebel Wilson?
Yes.
We're going to say it's Rebel Wilson. I don't care if I'm right or not. Someone will correct me on Twitter. So Rebel Wilson peels her skin off, revealing...
Yes, it's Rebel Wilson.
Nice. Fuck yeah. God,
right.
I'm good.
Can you start that sentence over,
Nice
please?
job, AJ. Woo! She peels her skin off. The skin gets ripped off, revealing a second layer of skin. But
wait, so when you
there's
say
a dress underneath.
When you say skin, what do you mean?
Imagine like I had a jacket on. But that jacket looked like AJ shirtless.
Oh no.
And if I unzipped it and then opened it, it would reveal AJ wearing a tank top.
Okay, so what this tells me is that this whole game also has a costume system.
There will be a costume system, but we'll get to that.
Oh, you know what'd be cool? You can only wear certain costumes to certain dance fights. So if you're not dressed for the situation...
I think costumes are part of your classes, which we can get into again later. What I want to focus on is everything in this little, like, 1.5 minute clip I've seen. Rebel Wilson peels her skin off, revealing a second outfit. I guess revealing a first outfit. She just had it on underneath her skin. She then kills and eats cockroaches, which are cockroaches that are humanoid with people faces. Meanwhile, I believe they are hunting mice, which are humanoid mice with people faces.
Hey, this game gets weirder, man. I fucking hate this game.
This movie will be a surrealist nightmare trip, and I'm so terrified to go see it.
We should go do it, but we should be like, it's just...
Blake, there are movies out there that I want to give my money to that I miss out on, so...
broke bitch.
Now this broke bitch is going to be dragged to go see Cats the Musical by his loving friends.
No, dude. We watch bad movies all the time. That's our thing. So... in this game, though...
it's PvE. You play as a bunch of cats that can all subclass, and you dance, and you sing, and you pounce, so that you can kill and eat cockroaches, mice, and maybe dog.
Did you just burp?
Yeah, you saw how I did that, right? You heard how it sounded?
Yeah, it sounded like mine, you dipshit.
It was like a burp.
No, it sounded like it sounded wet, you fucking...
Yeah, but it didn't sound like I was gagging.
Go on. Man, I'm sorry. Side thing, really quickly. I am so sorry if this stuff does actually bother you. If it really is bad, we will cut it. Just let us know. Like, leave us a bad review. I don't give a shit. Just
listen to me. No. We do need an audience member to just make a humble request. Hey, I love this podcast. Sure do wish I didn't have to listen to as much horrible mouth noises. And Blake will correct his entire thing.
I will cease the body function entirely. Not just on this podcast. I'll do it I'll just stop anything with mouth gases, you know what I mean? I kind of like that. I don't have to cough anymore or any shit like that. But please continue.
It's a PvE game where you just hunt down and kill mice, cockroaches, and dogs with human faces.
Yeah.
You can teach moves and skills to each other by showing them to your friends and training them like a little kitten with your full-sized adult cat body. And there are classes, in which you can peel your skin off. And I think that's going to be like every time you change your class or like upgrade your class, the animation will always be like you peeling your skin off.
See, AG, you know what?
And I think the higher the level, the more horrendous the skin peeling is.
See, I like that you went this route because I was actually in my podcast boy brain. I was like, how can I make this game fun and cool and better than the movie? No, you're right. We gotta fucking embrace the disgusting mess of a goddamn series this thing is going to be.
Exactly.
What the fuck is Cats anyways? It was a musical, right?
Yeah.
And now it's a movie?
Debatably.
All right, yeah, fuck it. We're going to go. Okay, that's game. Cut, print. It's
Cut
gross.
and print.
All right, sweet. Give me a game.
All right.
We're coming up on the end here, dude. We gotta do some lightning round shit.
All right. I got 3 really quick lightning round ones.
Okay, cool. Give them to me.
Tony Hawk's Downhill Space Jam.
What?
Tony Hawk's Downhill Space Jam. This comes from Fish Harlan at Fish Harlan on Twitter.
I don't know much about either of those.
You don't know about Space Jam?
No, I know about Space Jam. I didn't know
you know about Tony Hawk.
I played a Tony Hawk game forever ago.
You know Hills?
I'm sorry. Fuck you. I only played I watched my brother play them. I remember playing one when I was younger, but I love the soundtracks. Like I would always listen to the soundtracks.
Oh yeah. Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam was essentially like, what if we took a snowboarding game and made it a Tony Hawk skateboarding game?
Oh fuck, that's cool.
What this is sort of proposing is, what if you were on the top of a really, really big hill with a skateboard and a basketball, and also Bugs Bunny was there.
Okay.
And you were going down the hill, and you know that at the very bottom of a hill, there's a sick ramp. And if you could do that ramp, you're going to soar through the air like a majestic Looney Tune. And then like LeBron James, not LeBron James, who was the one in Space Jam? Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
And like Michael Jordan, while you're flying through the air, you're going to hone your inner Daffy Duck, and you're just going to stretch that arm way.
How about this?
And make a sweet dunk.
So you're going down the hill, right? And there's a bunch of obstructions that'll cause you to lose speed. The faster you hit the ramp at the end, the farther you'll go. There is a basketball hoop at the 10-yard line, the 20-yard line, the 30-yard line, and so on.
And the more tune points you rack up while going down is how far you can make your arm go.
Well, I was thinking either that or how much farther you go, and then you can do really cool sick stunts in the air.
Yes.
Or
you have to rack up tune points while you go down the hill.
So if you rack up tune points, or like say maybe not tune points, you can rack up like say each character has 5 points. If you collect all 5 points, they'll assist you at the final jump.
Okay.
In cool ways, or they'll assist you when you're in the air over some dunks. So it's like how far can you go? Also, how much points can you score on the dunk? Because you can get really far, but you might not land the dunk.
That's true, and that'd be very embarrassing.
Okay, give me another lightning round one. Actually, I have a lightning round one for you if you want.
This comes from Philip K at X-Ray950. You said if I want, and I don't, Blake.
He's fucking savage, dude.
You gave me this option.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead, fucko. Come on.
Make the Dark Souls of any random video game genre. For example, the Dark Souls of truck simulators, the Dark Souls of CRPGs. Might I propose the Dark Souls of gacha games?
Okay, what does that look like?
It's just a gacha game with like the best servants have like a 0.000001% chance.
Isn't that just Fate Grand Order?
Yeah, that's just Fate. Yeah.
Well, how about we do this? We just take Fate, reskin it, Dark Souls.
Fate, reskin it, Dark Souls, make the odds worse.
Actually, here, I have a better one for you, because one of my favorite things is, because I like the gacha game aesthetic, you say aesthetic
like they all look the same.
All gacha games are basically the same. Are you shitting me?
They're not, but...
You do fun things or build your fun little town to get more characters.
What town?
Have you not played like the gacha game for Disney?
What Disney gacha game?
There's a Disney gacha game where you have to like build your own little Disney town. A friend of mine plays the shit out of it. Okay, but here's this. So one of the big things about Dark Souls is the next boss. What if, in this world, A boss is another physical player that you have to fight and steal their number from, and then you get all of the things they own.
Did you just create the Dark Souls of battle royales?
No, you don't. You're not. It's not like a timed area where that's slowly closing. That's not battle royale. It's just like,
All right, then.
like in your DS, you have like the walk by system.
Yes.
What if you have your app that's running in the background? It'll give you a little click, like, hey, somebody. It'll show you a picture of who to look for.
Okay.
Within 50 feet of you.
What game
also
genre
has this game.
is this that you're creating?
A fucking real fight simulator for better points. So like you go up, you beat the shit out of this person in Dark Souls style.
You're creating the Dark Souls of real life.
The Dark Souls of gacha games. So you have your gacha game that you play like a normal ass gacha game, but if you're out in public, your phone is gonna ping.
Okay, a gacha
and then you have
game.
to fight the other person, get their phone code, and then it'll send all of their shit over to you, because one of the cool things about Dark Souls is collecting weird shit.
Okay, I think I'm following you now.
Am I moving too fast for you?
I'm just... I feel like you're making a lot of jumps.
I mean, like, that's what we do. We take chances here. A spiritual successor of the game company, the totally real game company, we take chances, and we've introduced amazing games to the world. Sometimes you have to die for them.
Yeah. So be it. What's your lightning round?
All right. All right, this one comes to us on Reddit from user Green Transplant again. I know we don't normally do twofers, but this one is very good. A game, parentheses, with peripherals, designed to be played by dogs. An untapped market. Could your loyal four-legged companion become the next 1337 game or?
You ever seen those videos of like the little wiener dog puppies with a big tablet, and like there's something going on the tablet, and the wiener dog's like is pawing on the big tablet?
So, it's like a running simulator. They gotta smash their feetsies on the pad, and it'll move. Like they'll see how far they can get.
Yes.
So they have
if they bark, they shoot a gun.
It's a first-person shooter.
It's a first-person shooter.
But the gun doesn't move. Like they can't aim with it. They just have to like move up the trail and bark. They can't aim because the person's always in front of them. So they have to like move their feetsies to get close, bark to kill somebody, and then keep moving.
Yes,
they
can only control by like using the whole tablet as like a scroll pad.
Yeah, it's like Pistol Whip, but like the enemies are always in front of you.
Yes.
Okay, well, I want to do a VR game for dogs. What does that look like?
A VR game for dogs.
Well,
first of all, it looks ridiculous because they have a VR head on their long... They already got such a long head. And then you're going to put the VR goggles over the top of it, and they're just going to look like big block-headed animals.
You know what's even cuter? They're going to have headphones on, too, and you're going to have to design headphones for dogs.
Headphones for dogs!
I want to do a VR game where, I want to get really sweet with this. It's a VR game where their owners never have to leave for work. They just spend. It's a real life simulator. It's a human simulator, if you will.
I was about to propose this. What if it is a VR game where the dog gets to put the goggles on, and they get to throw the ball for the human?
Oh, you think dogs would like that? Well, like the mass majority of people love playing horror games. I wonder if dogs would play horror games too. It's a horror game where the owner never comes home. They just have to
I'm gonna cry. Like, you can't do that to me. I'm gonna cry on my podcast. You just created the saddest thing in the world. It would like sit down and lay on the floor with the VR headset on, and it'd just wait, and it'd say, "Oh, and your Tom now," and it's gonna be like that fucking episode of Futurama.
He's just gonna fucking die. He's just laying there, like.
I'll take the headset off of him, but he's gonna be so bummed.
It cuts to the owners. We're like, I wonder how the dog's enjoying his new VR headset. Smash cut to the dog,
just laying down, whimpering a little bit. Oh man. Give me another lightning round and make it funner. Man.
Hey, this one comes to us from George L. Diaz. Oh no, I don't have their full name. At Ready, Set. I'm sorry. A Hitman style game, but instead of killing people, you're trying to one up that bitch Karen at the weekly PTA meetings.
Fuck you, Karen.
So it's like a kind of cubicle office space environment, right?
Yeah.
And you are trying to you just can use anything in the office to try and one up.
Well, office potluck started.
Okay.
You brought some bomb-ass nacho tots, and you know that those are going to be really, really good for the whole office party.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're going in, you realize, oh, fuck. Who was the lady?
Karen.
Karen,
how could you forget such hate?
Karen brought dessert.
Oh,
Fuck,
shit.
how could you have been so stupid? You should have been the one that brought dessert. The nacho tots are great, but we all know that Dave is bringing 18 pizzas. No one's going to want these crunchy, delicious things.
Okay, so are we
We
going...
needed a sweet. So now, how do we either, one, steal the credit for Karen's dessert,
Okay.
or trip Karen
And make her drop the dessert.
and make her drop the dessert?
Okay, so you have access to everything in the office. I like to...
And that's like the hitman
I
element,
wanna-
right? Like you have
what dessert
multiple
is it?
options that you could do to come out on top of Karen.
What is the dessert again?
I don't know what dessert she brought. What do you think?
I think like a lot of office things bring like sort of sweet muffins or cupcakes.
Yeah.
So I want to put staples in those. So imagine biting you.
Are you concerned about the damage that that's going to do to your coworkers?
Who gives a fuck? They're gonna. The more it damages them, the more they're gonna hate fucking Karen.
Oh, you're so right.
So I want to pick. I want to pick cupcakes because you know it's like it's a soft food. You realize you don't have to bite really hard, so you're gonna like maybe crunch it a little bit, and you go in.
Chills. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. Actually, you activated that. I forgot that I hate the idea of sharp things in food, and you activated one of my biggest like yuck factor things. So we're done with this
All
conversation.
right, so we know that game works then.
Yuck. Oh,
right,
I got
hey,
chills.
all
Are
right.
you seeing this?
AJ, give me one more lightning round, and then we'll choose our game.
All right. I got one more. This comes from Twitter. This comes from Gazer, at JustGazer on Twitter. A game where the goal is to hide or protect the princess from this creepy plumber that keeps breaking in to save her from the visiting royalty.
Is this just Mario Maker, but you're like making the obstacles
This is a game
trying
where
to kill somebody? This is like Boss Fight, the card game.
It's a little bit like Boss Fight the card game. You are Bowser. We're just going to go ahead and take that whole IP.
No, it's not Bowser. You are fire-breathing turtle.
Fire-breathing turtle,
Uh-huh.
who's a real fucking dilf. And you're hanging out with all these, like...
He is really good to his kids. He adopted like 6 kids.
Hell yeah, he
He's a
did.
cool dude.
He's fucking huge. Probably lifts so much weight.
He's got big Bara turtle titties.
big Bara turtle tits. You know his biceps and thighs are just fucking yoked.
The way he throws people down in super...
Smash?
No. It's non-IP. So it's got to be super
Oh, the
super beat
other
'em up,
game.
super beat 'em up battle royale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Super beat 'em up battle royale.
Super beat 'em up battle brothers.
So, fire-breathing turtle is a yoked individual. And he's
Okay.
always got nobility of all shapes and sizes and just hanging out trying
Uh-huh.
to get jiggy.
So,
And he's like, oh, come to my pad. Let's have a good and respectful time. And then this plumber comes up and he's like,
it's just fucky plumber.
hi, how's it going?
It's the plumber from every porno's wet dreams. It's just the
What
fuck. The
does
fuck.
that sentence mean?
You know,
The
like
plumber from every porno's wet dreams. What does that mean?
you know, like there's that bullshit like porno tropes where it's like the pizza guy or the plumber, and then the person at home is gonna fuck them basically.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
it's
a
like
porno plumber.
so it's like the porn. It's porno. The
The most porno that
plumber.
we can make that plumber look.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what
And
you mean.
he's the one that wants to come and get jiggy with
The
Prince.
princess.
Yeah, with Princess Apple, because
Apple bottom. You just spit on me. You laughed so good. That joke was so funny. You spit on me.
Oh my god,
That's
I'm so sorry. That made me laugh so bad, and my mouth was open when it started laughing. I'm so sorry. That's disgusting. I'm so sorry, AJ. That was so funny. I'm so
That
sorry.
was so gross.
I shouldn't laugh with my mouth open. I'm so sorry.
You're totally fine.
I laughed and just spit flung across the podcast table at AJ. I'm so sorry. So Princess Applebottom.
And this plumber will not leave her alone.
Okay.
How do you protect Princess Applebottom?
I think it's just a really bad rendition of Super Mario Maker. So we call it Applebottom Jeans Maker. Or apple bottom make. What's a good
Apple bottom protector.
apple bottom protect? Sure.
And it's just a Mario.
And it's
like
two.
a-
It's two. There's no first one. It's just apple bottom maker 2.
Yeah, it's like a Mario Maker, except the Marios can either be. I'm sorry, they're definitely not Marios. They're
Yeah, it's
plumbers.
fuckboy plumber.
The
Porno
plumbers
plumber.
can either be players that are running through your courses, or they can be AI-driven plumbers that run your courses.
So what are some of the tools that you can use? Because like in Mario, you have the fire flower. So what is the Jiggy Bowser equivalent?
Gun robot?
Wow, you really stretched your imagination for that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just like.
You caught some of my stupid with that spit there.
Yeah, I got a smooth brain now. Hold on, let me get some wrinkle brain power going on here. So the old one was called Piranha Plant.
Uh-huh.
This one's going to be called Barracuda Plant. Wrap it and ship it, boys. Hey, Blake.
Yeah, that was good.
I think it's time to find our nug.
All right, what's our nugget? I liked vaping Skyrim. Because I feel we
I
can
don't remember making a nug there. I just remember being cuckolded on my brand by Todd Howard.
Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, I want to go with Virginity Rocks.
Okay, you want the Virginity Rocks game where we try to hunt down and stop people from having sex to be our nugget.
Yeah, dude.
So you want to go back to the game where we hunt down people that are about to get jiggy in the most bizarre locations and stop them from ever doing it ever again.
By shooting them with t-shirt cannons and evolving, like the first tool we have is our t-shirt cannon. So is it either that we are updating the t-shirt cannon to do more things? Because now, as it grows, oh my God, AJ.
You can have a gun that's like the control gun, like a t-shirt cannon that transforms into like a t-shirt Uzi.
I was thinking it just sends more t-shirts out because you know what the final level of this game is?
What?
Every couple that you have stopped from having sex is going to get in one location, and it's going to be one giant virginity losing orgy mess. And this condom with a t-shirt gun has to go.
Did you call the person that's trying to stop sex a condom?
Yeah, because he's a condom mascot, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why would he be just... If he wants sex and not at all, why is he just like a condom?
Because
You didn't think that one through, did you?
No,
bud?
I didn't. Well, I mean, the t-shirt says practice safe sex, but also virginity rocks.
No, the shirt says
No, the
virginity
shirt,
rocks.
The shirt says virginity rocks. The hat says practice safe sex. So there's like some conflicting shit going on here.
Yeah, you can't do both.
That's what we find out about the condom. He's like conflicted. He's like, I want people to have fun and
I want
enjoy.
to be used.
I don't want to go the rest of my life sitting on a shelf, getting old and cracked and sitting in a wallet.
But that's not the way.
That's his inner turmoil. It's like, I want to be used as a condom, but I also don't
But
want...
to do so would mean that sex would have to happen. Which is out of the question. You're right. Now we have a little bit of character growth for our character.
Our little character growth for our character?
Yeah.
It's a little condom growth, if you will.
Yeah, it would be condom growth.
Is that our dog?
You were hoping for like a stretch joke in there somewhere, weren't you?
No, but I can tell you one really quick.
No, we're good. I think that's the nug.
Hey, Jay.
What?
You know how much of a dick you are? If you took Viagra, you would grow taller.
That's pretty messed up.
It's such a dumb fucking joke I heard back in high school.
Oh, you got with that one bad when you were in high school.
Yeah,
huh?
back when that shit mattered. Yeah, fuck yeah, you. All that past trauma coming to light. So, what are we gonna name it, AJ?
I've got literally no idea. Cherry Boy Hunter. Alternatively, cherry hunting.
No, cherry hunting means you're trying to bang virgins.
Okay, Cherry Boy Hunter.
Cherry Boy Hunt. And then in parentheses, virginity rocks.
Cherry Boy Hunter. Virginity rocks.
All right, I like that. Are we ready to go to patch notes?
Yeah, I guess so. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes.
We hope you guys enjoyed our final episode of the year, and we are still looking for good feedback on what you guys think of our guest episodes and how we should be running those.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago was a real experiment for us, and we want to do more guest episodes, but we also know that episode was like super different than most stuff that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And any thoughts that you guys have about that episode would be amazing to hear back about, because we want to do more guests. We just want to make sure that we do it in a way that all of you will still like listening to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, if you guys want to be featured on next week's episode, make sure to submit on Twitter at SpiritualSuck with 2 C's, or you can email us at spiritualsuccessorpodcast@gmail.com, or you can submit us on our Reddit or on the Old Cool Games Inc. Reddit.
And in case you're looking for a New Year's resolution for 2020, might I suggest a New Year's resolution of sharing this podcast with a friend? It's super easy and super quick. Just like as soon as that countdown goes, 3, 2, 1, mass send out this link to all of your friends.
That's like getting, growing up, did you ever have those things at libraries where like the check cards of reading a book?
Yeah.
But you pick like the really fucking short ones so you can, it's like, yeah, set a goal for yourself, but it's an easily attainable goal.
A super easily attainable goal of sending this podcast to all of your friends and family.
Make sure if you want to go the extra mile, please leave us a review or rating on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast.
And if you want to see some art for this episode, Blake's going to post some up on Thursday on our Twitter, and it's going to be really, really fun, and I can't wait to see what he does with it, because I don't do any of that work whatsoever. I'm a lazy boy. But you know who's not a lazy boy? The incredible artists that create our intro and outro, which is Cheap Shop by Anamanaguchi, an excellent song from an excellent game for an excellent song from an excellent artist
from an excellent game.
Thank you. It's been a while. I'm rusty. I've been your host, AJ Hart.
Oh, I thought you were going to retake that.
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
That's how we live it.
Well, send us off,
You
AJ.
know what? It's the last one of the year. I know that next year I'm going to come into it super strong.
Well, yeah, really.
But this year I'm looking to just kind of like just peter out.
Just a Okay. Send us off.
I have been AJ Hart.
And I have been Blake Rea.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games
that should not be made.